personally, I listen to the little voice in my head that doesn't really follow 100% what they tell me because they keep changing it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, very short time ago, they were saying put the N95 masks on and now they make sure it's and now they're saying you don't have to wear them anymore.
Yeah.
So if I go on the subway, if I go in a bus, if I go into the theater, if I go into, where else would I go?
A crowded spot.
A crowded place, I would wear a mask. And I might do that indefinitely. I would wear a mask. And I might do that indefinitely.
I would wear a mask, and I might do that indefinitely.
Because why do I need a flu or a cold even?
Right.
That's
and
true.
so I'm listening to myself right now. I sort of, I don't think it's 100% safe yet.
A few moments later.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit.
All right, guys, so as you see there, that is another Democrat / liberal hypocrite / liar, Joy Behar, getting caught maskless, right? Now, this literally comes hours, right? Allegedly here, hours after her show. That's what it seems like. And on the show in which she announced that, hey, I might wear a mask indefinitely in public spaces because, according to her, she doesn't feel safe enough. Okay, she literally said, hey, when I go on the subway, or wherever, right, in public spaces, which she don't really ride the subway. Like, come on, she hasn't ridden the subway in years, right? She ain't taking that risk. Come on now. But she said, hey, when I go into public spaces, I'm gonna wear a mask. I'm gonna mask up, right? And it's so bad. I feel like I'm in so much danger that I might mask up indefinitely, regardless of what the CDC says, regardless of what anybody says. Okay, this is what Joy Behar went on TV and said. And this photo right here came out today. Today is the 18th of February. The show aired, I believe, yesterday, the 17th. She said that. So I'm thinking that this photo was taken last night, right? So again, it was either taken last night or today, which means that less than 24 hours after she made that statement, she's out in a public space, maskless, right? Again, amazing stuff here. Now, when that news first came out, right, about her saying that, she might mask up indefinitely, I mean, there was bipartisan agreement on that, right? The people on the right was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, Joy. Yeah, you definitely should mask up indefinitely, okay? We had no problems with not seeing your face, right? We have no issues with that, okay? And the left was like, oh yeah, no, that's a great idea. You definitely should mask up indefinitely, right? So both sides agreed for different reasons, but I think everybody agreed that, hey, Joy Behar, it's a good thing if you mask up indefinitely, right? If you never take the mask off, okay? But, unsurprisingly here, she was caught in a public space, right? A restaurant, apparently, again, last night, right? And allegedly, she also walked out of the restaurant unmasked, though her companions were wearing their masks. Now, this comes from Miss Libby Emmons, who is a journalist for the Post Millennium. Okay, so I'm gonna say allegedly here. She received this photo from a brave soldier who took this and caught Joy out in public, not keeping the promise that she made to her viewers on her show. Okay, but yeah, I mean, is anybody really surprised by this? Not really, right? Nobody's surprised by this, right? I've done probably at least 20 or 30 videos on this, right? On just Democrats getting caught violating their own rules. I wonder what her excuse is for this. Okay, is she going to say that she was holding her breath? Well, we know that's not true because her mouth is open and looks like she's talking here, as this photo's being taken. So we know she's not holding her breath. What's the excuse? Some people might say, oh, well, she's in a restaurant. Well, I'm like, listen, she the one that said that she will wear her mask in public spaces, right? So, a restaurant is a public space. I don't get why she's not wearing it. It doesn't look like she's actively eating. Okay. So why does she not have it on? Right. She claims it's so dangerous out here. She should have it on. Okay. She should have it on. So again, being at a restaurant is not an excuse in my opinion. One, because again, if it's so dangerous out here in public spaces, a restaurant's a public space. Why is she out to eat? Right. Why is she out to eat? Well, we already know the answer to that question. The answer to that question is that all she was doing was virtue signaling, right? She was just saying that to say it. She was saying that to try to say, oh, well, look, I'm out here. I'm going to be following the rules, right? Even though she's not. And a lot of those women on The View, along with these Democrat politicians, they don't follow the rules. But yet every time you look, they want to demonize other people, right? Particularly conservatives and conservative states for not necessarily having mandates, right? But again, in states that do have mandates, in cities that have mandates, they don't even follow them. And you know, it's funny because some people on Twitter, right, they criticize conservatives that do this, right, that play mass police against the Democrats. They say, well, I thought conservatives, I thought y'all wanted this, right? I thought y'all wanted people to live free and to live their lives, right? And I'm like, yes, that's true. That is what we want. However, these people are actively promoting other people not living their lives and being able to live free. However, they're living free and they live in places that actually have mandates, right? And then want to act like they're holier than thou and act like everybody else who aren't necessarily living under these mandates. Oh yeah, they're killing everybody. For example, Pramila Jayapal, one of these far left progressive socialists in the House, she came out and basically compared Republicans not wearing masks in an elevator to an insurrection.
Let me just remind your viewers that this was about wearing a mask, which is mandated in the Capitol. It is mandated in the Capitol, and it is to protect our safety, our collective safety, the safety of our staffers. And so the idea that, and this has happened to me, where you get on an elevator and people refuse to wear a mask, and your choices are to either get off the elevator or to get on the elevator and to tell them to wear a mask. That should not be a problem in the United States Congress. And I really believe that our colleagues who refuse to even adhere to the basic norms of civility are undermining our democracy. And of course, we're seeing it in all kinds of even more serious ways, like the January 6th insurrection is just part of that and part of the attempt to take down a legitimate democracy from functioning in the way it should.
Even though behind the scenes, they're not following the rules. Okay? And the funny part about this is why they're virtue signaling. Every time you look, one of these mainstream politicians or liberals is catching COVID, right? There are people on The View that have caught COVID, like Whoopi, okay? AOC, she caught COVID. Vacation down in Florida after basically demonizing states like Florida and Texas for not having mandates. She down there in Florida vacationing, okay? And then when she gets caught and called out for it, she accuses Republicans of wanting to sleep with her, right? Well, they just want to clap my cheeks, all right? That's the only reason they're criticizing me is what she said, okay? So after she gets COVID, she gets sick. She puts out this message about, oh, you know, you need to follow the rules and you need to do this and you need to do that, okay? And then lo and behold, just a few weeks later, right, a month later, she puts out this video at Ted Cruz. I don't know why she did it, but she put out this video at Ted Cruz of her dancing with somebody right beside her wearing a mask. She's indoors and she's not wearing a mask, right? So again, I don't understand. You caught COVID and then you told people after you caught COVID how important it is to follow the rules so that you don't spread the virus. And then she goes and posts a video of her not wearing a mask indoors dancing what's beside somebody that is wearing a mask, right? Again, it's clownish behavior at this point. You either don't take the virus that seriously or you think that you're above it all, right? And I think it's both, right? That's what I think it is at this point. I think they're not really taking it that serious and they think that they're above it, okay? They don't think that the rules apply to them because they are elitists. And what it comes down to really at this point is showing their elitism through symbolism, which is them basically not wearing masks while everybody else around them has to wear masks, and control. Right? Them trying to control parts of the country that they don't live in, okay, by demonizing those people and accusing those people of being murderers for living their lives, right? That's literally what it comes down to. It's about elitism and control, okay? And the Democrats basically are showing us this every week, right? Well, one of their prominent members or prominent liberal Hollywood, types out here not living by the rules that they try to put on everybody else, right? I mean, we just had a Super Bowl where there's an indoor mask requirement, okay, in one of the most locked down cities in the country, and nobody was wearing a mask, right, including the liberal elite. None of them, okay? It blows my mind, but at the same time, I'm not surprised by this, okay, because it had become very apparent what all of this is about at this point. It's become very apparent. Like I said, it's about control and showing off elitism. That's what it's about. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.